So, welcome back to the channel, first of all. And for all you who have been supporting the channel, including you who have been supporting the channel since day one, when I first started recording my content and during the times when my channel was under a whole different name, back during the days when I started out recording my content inside of a bedroom closet, believe it or not. And even on behalf of you who just started hearing about my channel, on behalf of a featured video of mine on behalf of your YouTube feed, one of the recommended videos that you may have came across of mine on behalf of your YouTube feed. Anyways, in today's video, and by the way, if I didn't thank you, I wanted to thank all my brand new supporters once again who just started following my channel, just started liking my content, sharing it, even took out the time to comment and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate your support. Anyways, and on another note, in today's video, I wanted to show you this TikTok of a lady who goes by Shira7. A lot of y'all may not know her, but then again, some of y'all may know her as the Sprinkle Lady. Her, giving her perspective on why she feels like single mothers should be worthy of high value men. And to be honest, I feel like she's full of crap after providing her perspective on why she feels like single mothers deserve high value men, deserve men who are providers and successful on all levels. Listen to this. Let me go back to it. Let me try to go back to it so I can play it.
How do you feel about having high standards but you have kids? They should be even higher when you have kids, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because it keeps the weirdos away. And it teaches your kids a good example of how to have high standards. So when you have kids, your standards need to be way higher than they would be if you didn't have kids. Okay? Because you got to pay for extra people in your life. So you can't be dealing with no riffraff. A real man will understand that you value your children as well as yourself on a high level. Only a pygmisha will lower her standards because she has kids. That's only a pygmisha. A real woman understands that the higher her values are, the higher caliber of man that she is going to attract, period. If you have kids and you think they're a burden and you got to lower your standards, well, that's not a good attitude to have towards children or yourself. Because the more kids you have, I'm not saying if you got a bunch of kids, if you got like 2-3 kids, your standards should be very high. If you got about 10 kids, I don't know what to tell you. You better just get in where you fit in. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if you do have 10 kids, I hope you got 10 rich baby daddies or a couple of rich baby daddies, depending on how many kids you done had with them. They all better be rich. If you laying down with stuff broke and keep getting up pregnant, something wrong with you already mentally. So deal with only rich men if you have kids, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's the point of dealing with somebody broke if you got kids? Unless all your kids' baby daddy is millionaires, you should be dealing with anybody that doesn't make enough money to support you and them. Okay.
Like I said, I feel like she's full of crap. And not only that, but why would a man, especially a man who's very successful, first and foremost, career-wise, second of all, financially, to the point where he may have so many investments in so many companies, so many properties, may have a house that's over 200 grand that he could be able to pay cash for, has multiple cars. All of them are high-end cars by the likes of a Lamborghini and Ferrari, just to give a few examples. Is able to travel the country if he wanted to, well, travel outside of the country, if he wanted to leave the U.S. anytime he desired, and could be able to find him someone, a woman who is much more worthy of wifing up, a woman who, if he's lucky enough, won't have kids, one who doesn't have a high body count, one who is very respectful, very classy, very feminine. Because I compare that, like I said in the previous video, wifing up a woman, and this is on behalf of you being a guy who may not have any kids at all of your very own. And if you are single, you are a single guy. Going the route of wifing up a woman when kids are already from a previous relationship or previous relationships in most cases, since so many women nowadays like to have multiple kids by multiple men, it's no different than selling for a car that is over a year old, and the car that you may happen to settle for, it has all the fancy features, all the amenities. It's the exact kind of car you may have wanted. And you may happen to go to a car dealership with that one exact car, dream car of yours that you always may have wanted. Once again, a 1-year-old vehicle. Only to find out that that 1-year-old vehicle may have 50,000+ miles on it. Imagine how disappointed you will be. Even if it's a 1-year-old vehicle, of course it will have some mileage on it, but you may be expected for that vehicle to have no more than, I would say, 10,000 miles. Well, that's no different than being a man, a single man with no kids of your very own, selling to marry a woman with kids of her very own, and you being a guy on top of that who never ever has gotten in trouble with a law, a guy who just believes doing things the right way, a square guy who is all about believes all about being a wholesome man that doesn't get into any kind of street or criminal activity, a man who believes in going to work and doing all he can to make an honest living, a man who does all he can to keep his bills paid on time. In some cases, a man who could be able to cook his very own meals without really requiring it when a woman to have to cook his meals for her. One of those types of men. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Once again, why should a man of that caliber be willing to wife up a lady who is no different than that vehicle, that 1-year-old vehicle, when excessively high mileage or exponentially high mileage, when he could settle for a woman that's more so on his level, a woman without kids, so he won't have to deal with all the toxic, in most cases toxic, baby daddy drama. Although I hate using that term, baby daddy. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this here video. And like I always, make sure to like the video, make sure to share the video, make sure to comment on it. Last but not least, subscribe. And I'm out.